What's going on, guys? It is Remraf7. Welcome back to another episode in the Survival Let's Play series. Before we go ahead and start off today's episode, which is going to be a really exciting one because we are going to be building our starter house. But before we go ahead and do that, let me go ahead and catch you guys up on what I did off camera. And so this only took about 5 minutes, but what I did is I did take all the wheat that was fully grown, obviously hoed it and took it out of the ground. We've got a few more seeds in the collection over here, but besides that, I pretty much just took that wheat and I just fed the cows and the sheep over here. That way we got a little bit more wool and a little bit more cows for our farm for when we need them in future builds and just, food and all that kind of stuff. And then the last thing that you guys might have noticed if you guys were paying attention in this video that I had added, and it actually isn't something that I guess really matters whenever it comes to actually in the game being off camera, but I added a texture pack. And so I'll go ahead and put a link to my texture pack in the description if you guys want to go ahead and download that for yourselves. But if you guys want to go ahead and customize your own and you're like, well, I kind of like this, but I don't like this in his texture pack, let me put you on some game. There is a website called Vanilla Tweaks. You can go ahead and look it up and then just maybe look up like Minecraft resource packs or something, but you can pretty much pick and choose what you put inside the texture pack. So it's really nice. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but here, I'll go ahead and show you guys the difference really quick. This is the torch with warm glow in my resource pack. You guys can see that it doesn't really give this glow that the warm glow does. And then also a few things like the water. Let me go ahead and run over here really quick. You guys can tell that the water isn't necessarily as see-through. It's not as clear. And I personally just prefer, I don't know why I keep going into video settings. Here, let's go ahead and put this back on so you guys can see what this looks like. But yeah, it's a lot clearer. I just, I've always loved the vanilla look of Minecraft, but I've also really enjoyed, certain benefits like stuff like that. So if you guys are in the same boat as me, go ahead and check out, I'll go ahead and link the, Vanilla Tweaks website in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check that out and possibly make a texture pack for yourselves. So before we actually go ahead and get started on anything in this build for the starter base, what we actually have to do is we have to get some spruce wood. And the reason we have to do that is because we are going to be obviously, well, one, needing some spruce wood for the house that we're going to be building today. But we also need some spruce wood and some spruce saplings so we don't have to keep running back and forth to all these different spruce biomes if we want to use that wood in the future. So let's go ahead and see if we can find possibly any spruce trees nearby. This might be a little bit hard because I don't think I remember seeing any in the first episode. And while we're already looking for some spruce trees, we might as well go ahead and grab some food as well and some sugarcane. Why not? We're going to go on a little adventure before we go ahead and actually get building. And trust me, guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff in this episode that gets done versus last episode. Last episode was a little bit too slow, but like I said, that's kind of how it always is at the beginning of a world. So things will get sped up as we play, but just keep in mind, it's still going to be a slower series. And we just so happen to have two, oh, no, don't do that. We actually already have shears, but we're going to go ahead and actually, I just totally saw this. It's raining and we don't have a bed, do we? We don't have a bed with us. Okay, so let's go ahead and shear one of these sheep around here and then we'll go ahead and make a bed real quick. Oh, yep. No. Okay. No, I can't stand creepers. They blow up everything I build. I don't like it. There's a sheep over here, but is it being protected by a creeper? It literally is. Why is it always the creepers that want to protect everything you love? All right, actually, you know what? Scrap that. We're going to go home really quick and we're going to go to sleep if we can. And then we're going to come back. Holy lightning and thunder. Oh, that's a witch. And that's a witch. That's a witch. I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to deal with that. I repeat, I do not want to deal with that. Please. Okay, so I'm going to chill out here for a second before, so we can let all the creepy crawly, all the nasty mobs die really quick. All the ones that die to sunlight anyway. While we're actually waiting on them to die, we can go ahead and take some of this. You better not, don't do it. If you trample my, no. If you trample my crops, you're going to end up on the grill, my boy. Okay, so before we actually go ahead and get back out on our adventure, let's go ahead and make a travel bed really quick. That way we don't have to worry about having to run back all the way back to this cave just for us to spend the night if we're out and about. And then what I'll go ahead and do as we're getting ready to run out is I will also just feed the rest of these cows some of the wheat. There you go. I'm not 100% sure exactly what direction I want to go. Let's see. Where do we want to go? What direction? We're going to have to go ahead. We might as well make another crafting table while we're out here. And then let's go ahead and make a boat as well. Hopefully there's no creepers behind me trying to blow me up. Oh, I love this river. I'm so glad we chose our starter spot to be on this river because we might actually try to build a bridge as well besides the house today. We might be doing a lot today. We'll see. We'll see what we can get to. We're definitely going to do the starter house for sure. Everything else is optional. And actually, while I'm looking in my inventory, we only have 2 pieces of iron. So if we can find 1 piece of surface iron, we can make ourselves an iron axe. And that's going to be huge because we're going to be chopping down a ton, and I mean a ton of wood today. Let's see. I'm pretty sure if this is where we spawned, that this should be the mossy. No, it's not mossy. What is this? What is this biome called? The swamp biome. Yes, it should be the swamp biome. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Hey, actually, this looks like a good surface kit. Okay, I totally lied just then. Would this one possibly have 1 extra piece of iron per chance, sir? And then we actually might as well go ahead and make some torches while we're out and about exploring. After we get like a few saplings from the first spruce tree that we find, just because I don't want to have to go all the way back just to get an iron axe, but at the same time, I don't want to have to spend forever trying to find a cave that would have 1 piece of iron. And we will be taking some of these back for sure. This is definitely a great decoration block. All right. Why is there always a tool breaking in all my videos? We're going to be snagging all these pumpkins. I don't care if we're going to end up even using any of them. They will be decoration. All right, so let's go ahead and cross this. Oh, guys, I totally forgot we have a cherry blossom forest up there, which we could go explore if we wanted to while we're looking for the spruce wood. I'm just not 100% sure where the spruce wood would be other than a completely different biome, and I know it's not going to be up there. Oh, spruce wood, where are you? All right, you know what? We've been kind of looking for a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and take the boat. Oh, shoot. You know what? Before we leave, let's go ahead and see. What are our coordinates right now? 554 or 545. So we're going to go ahead and write that. 545 and then 290. Little note to myself because I got ADHD, just so I know if we forget where our home is, we have a note in the chat. If we find a village over here too, guys, that is going to be something that we might have to heavily consider trying to move a few villagers over next to our house in the next few episodes for sure. Because that is absolutely one of the things that we need off the bat. And it's like one of the most painful things to do in anything. And that is definitely something that we're going to have to do in the next couple of episodes. We are definitely going to need to get some villagers because we just need to start trading and start getting the materials that they give at such a great price. And we got to do it early. It's just the most painful thing in a Minecraft world to transport villagers by boats. And so that's why a lot of people will either choose to live next to a village or they will, spend their whole entire episode trying to bring it back. So that's definitely a problem for a future episode. We have plenty of stuff to do this episode. We have a lot to look forward to, but definitely just something to keep in the back of my mind for the future. And of course, it's going to give us a birch island instead of, okay. I think this is a different type of wood. This is not spruce, but I think this is dark oak. Yeah, this is dark oak. And actually, we're going to go ahead and chop down just 1 or 2 of these trees. We're not going to be using this wood in today's build for our house, but what we will be using this for is definitely a lot of builds in the future. I'm not 100% sure what we would build off the top of my head with this, but it is definitely one of my favorite woods up there. It kind of reminds me of dark chocolate. Okay, so while we're waiting for all the saplings to fall from those leaves, let's go ahead and go to sleep real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. And then you actually need 4 saplings from a dark oak tree to be able to actually grow another one. So, okay, there we go. There's 2 and there's 3. So we need 1 more. And if we can get 1 more from these leaves right here, that would be awesome because I really don't want to have to chop down another one of these trees right now. They give you a lot of wood, but we don't need that wood right now. Okay, so we should be fine now, except I'm going to go ahead and see. I might have to chop down this tree too for the rest of these leaves to fall. And if we don't have to do that, I'm going to wait to get 8. I want 8 saplings just because I don't want to have to worry about growing 1 dark oak sapling or 1 dark oak tree when we get back to the base, you know, and then for whatever reason, we can't even get enough saplings out of that tree to, you know, grow a whole nother one. So, and it looks like they're not falling anymore. Okay, yeah, they're going pretty slow though. I think we just need, okay, so we need 2 more. So I'm going to go ahead and chop down this tree real quick. That way we can just go ahead and get out with 8 saplings and not have to worry about coming back, because this would be a pain to have to come back all the way over here just for dark oak saplings. All right, now come on. We already chopped down a whole nother one. I don't want to have to chop down a 3rd dark oak tree. Please just give us... We need 2 more saplings. Okay. You ask and you shall receive. It's every episode, I swear. All right. Well, can I have another one, please? I swear I'm not making that up. And I see a ruined portal over there in the ocean, which, by the way, that's why I love this resource pack with the clear water. It just makes so much more sense to get clear water. And look, they got some nautiluses over here. Is it nautilus or is it not a lie? And I think I just saw the creaking biome over there, so we might just be dodging and taking a hard right and just staying on the outskirts of this little island area, because I do... Oh, that kind of scared me for some reason. I literally cannot stand this litter. Like, Minecraft, it's nice. It adds ambiance, and I'm not saying you did a terrible job adding it. It's great. But don't make it so easy to pick up, in my opinion. Or like, you make a tool that you can like I would make a rake and then make it just as easy to pick up with the rake as you would, you know, with your fist. Because I think this is just kind of annoying, accidentally always punching or something, and then you end up picking up like a whole stack of leaves. Okay, we're gonna go down here, and I think there's a gold block here. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see if we can mine this. Ah, wait, I have an idea. Ow! Oh wait, there's a piece of gold right here too. Thank you very much. I'll take one of these as well. And then I'll just place that right there. And I'll just shift on this. And bada bing, bada boom. Now we have infinite air. I need to catch my breath really quick, actually, before we get the rest of this chest. And then let me get off of it real quick so I don't hurt myself. And then what else was in it? Unbreaking. Okay, we do not need any more gold tools. I think we learned our lesson from that last time. But I will go ahead and take that and swap it out for the carpet. Get back on this. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. I was looking for an island. Guys, look, there's a boat right here. We might be able to go and find some explored treasure, which could mean diamonds. It could possibly mean diamonds. Okay, and it's a full boat too. This is kind of nice. Go ahead and see what the captain's area has. I think this is the captain's area, if I'm not 100% wrong. Okay, yeah, it is. It's not terrible. I mean, there is a good amount of iron in here. It's just... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm gonna drown. I totally forgot. Oh, okay. And we're starting to run low on food. And then we'll come up here again. And then I think there's 2 more chests in a full boat, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. By the way, guys, you get more experience and potion effect length if you just throw it up in the air and let it hit you versus throwing it on the ground, because apparently when you throw it on the ground, it like takes out, I don't know what the portion of it is, but I know it just lasts longer if you throw it up. Fun fact. Oh, I will take the carrots though for sure. The suspicious stew is kind of, yeah, like it's in the name. It's kind of sus. And we're gonna die again. We're gonna die. Okay. I think the last chest that's in here has the treasure map, so hopefully it has some diamonds whenever we go find that. And I'll go ahead and show you guys a tip too on how to find the treasure map without having to dig every single, you know, block around it on from the map. But yeah, here's the, of course, here is the map itself. Okay, so it's actually on an island this time. That's kind of cool. Or, okay, well, wow, there's another ship over there. But this is how you guys go ahead and check to find the treasure without having to dig everywhere. So go ahead and press F3 if you're playing on keyboard and mouse. And if you're not, I apologize. This is probably going to be impossible for you. If you see where it says section relative, kind of right above the debug charts, you have to go to 9 as the first number, and then when the last number is 9, you just dig straight down and it should be right here. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna look pretty stupid, but I'm 99% sure they didn't change it, and so it should be. Guys, what did I say? I swear I'm actually too good at this game. Yo, and we got diamonds and some iron and some gold. Oh, we're getting pimped out. Okay. We need to figure out what we can throw away to pick up all of this stuff. So we can go ahead and take our diamond, and look at that in the chat, guys. It is literally episode 2 and we already have a diamond. Okay. We might, you know, and we're going to frame this diamond as our first diamond because I don't know. I just think that's kind of cool. Okay, there we go. If we wanted to, we can go ahead and check over next to that other boat and see if there's anything in there. But I have a feeling that the treasure map is going to show that same location that we just explored. So let's go ahead and just double check really quick. And maybe there's something else in there. I don't know. You know, I'm not expecting it to have anything nice in it, but wow, I do kind of like this flat land that it's next to. So we might end up building here at some point in the series, which I'm sure we will. There we go. Oh yes, this is exactly, what is this? Golden Nautilus armor? They give you armor for a Nautilus? Okay, I think I kind of remember this now. I remember them talking about, you know, adding Nautilus and stuff to where you can like ride them and go underwater with them, but I have not seen it in person yet, so this is kind of cool. Because we're technically heading back in the direction of our base right now, let's just go ahead and head back, and then we'll go across our base. So we'll go through it, and then that way we can drop off a whole bunch of this stuff. We can make some new iron tools, clear our inventory out, and possibly get a bird's eye view from up here in the cherry blossom forest. Let's see, where is our area? And that's kind of like the thing that stinks, is we do not have a set area for where our house, I think it's down here, is it not? You're telling me this isn't where we just built our base? Did we not build it up against this mountain right here? Or am I just kind of blind and not seeing it? Because there was a lava source over here. There should be. And that's the wrong direction. So we're supposed to be running this direction, and hypothetically, supposedly, theoretically, our base is supposed to be over here somewhere. Okay, yes, finally. Okay, we made it back home really quickly and really swiftly. We need to drop this stuff off, and we need to find that spruce wood because we have no time to dilly-dally. We have plans for this episode. Last episode was a little bit too slow. Man, I'm super excited though. We can finally start building our starter house soon to where we don't have to be a nomad just traveling with the wind. Okay, so if there was to be spruce wood anywhere that we've already explored, it has got to be this area out of every other place that would possibly even have a chance of spawning it, because we're looking real bleak. I just don't know where else it could possibly be, if I'm gonna be honest. We might have to travel kind of far for it, but we need this. Like I'm telling you guys, spruce wood is essential. And although oak wood is my favorite type of wood, I'd say it goes oak, spruce, and probably dark oak after that, if I'm being honest. We might have to go across the sea. We might be sailing the 7 seas today, I'm not going to lie. Oh man, and of course there's a pack of wolves here, and I can't even get any of them to be my friend because I don't got no bones. Go ahead and say no. Guys, we found it. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 8 saplings. We don't need too many more than that, and I'm kind of already thinking 4 could be enough. Like 4 realistically should be enough because we'll be able to do a 2x2 and it gives you a ton of leaves. I just don't want to accidentally grow a 2x2 tree that might have like the littlest amount of leaves on it, and then we just get screwed and have to come back here. And there it is. Okay, so now we can finally start heading back. Let's get back home and we can finally start working on this house. We're going to have to chop down a little bit of oak trees, but it should not be bad. And holy moly, there is a forest fire. I'm just going to trust the process and also trust my parkour abilities. If we die, that would kind of be depressing. Geronimo! There we go. Okay, so there's a huge mountain that is honestly like our little waypoint if you think about it, because I feel like that is so unique, and I've seen that at least 4 times trying to find our base back. We might end up making that like a temporary beacon. Okay, we're finally back home. Finally. That took a long time, honestly more than I will hope it ever happens to take, but that is exactly why we take the saplings home, guys. So we never have to do it again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and also plant these potato chips that we got. The potato chips of doom. And then that way, when those grow, that's just another part of the patch. So we'll have wheat, carrots, potatoes, and then something else right here. And actually, even better, if we can do it where it's like this, and then you just do something like this, and then you plant your 4 saplings, that should grow. It didn't spread to any of the other grass except what it's on. So then now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do this nice looking shape, something like this. And this creates a staircase that you can actually go all the way up to the top for without having to place blocks. It's kind of nice. And then the even nicer part is once you're at the top, I kind of just align myself in the middle like this. And then you literally just have to rotate yourself kind of like this. And it takes you all the way down. Okay, so this is what we have so far whenever it comes to all the trees chopped down on the opposite side of the bridge, or where the bridge will be, correct? Excuse me. But I think, let's see, how many stacks we have? We just have 2 right now? Yeah, we're gonna need more than 2 for sure. Yeah, I don't think, okay, so we only have, oh, we don't even have, yeah, we're gonna need like 4 stacks-ish probably for this house. Okay, so we only have a stack and a half, and I will go ahead and show you guys here in a second once I'm done chopping down this tree. This is how much we have so far cut down on the other side of where the bridge will be. And we only have, like I said, a stack and a half. And I think we're probably going to need somewhere around 4 to 5, possibly even 6 stacks of wood for this build. I don't know. I feel like I always just run through wood, especially oak wood, so fast. And it's so annoying to chop down because you can't grow it in mass quantities like you can spruce wood and some of the other trees. Okay, and I think I already have a vision for what's going to be across the other side of the bridge, which is where we are right now on this side of the river. Is that we'll have all of our farms over here, and I'm talking like more of the automated ones and stuff, but we'll start getting into like the actual civilization part over on this side because that's what I wanted to make the other side of the river for anyway. It was just kind of like the starter area. But then once we unload our Explorer loadout, we should be able to get ready to actually start building, which is exciting. Yes, okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go ahead and clear off a little bit of this dirt right here. We can go ahead and kind of terraform it like so. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and start this build. I want to go ahead and do the entrance first. Do like this is going to be the same wood, except what we're going to do to this. There we go. We're going to do something like that. And then we can place, if we get some oak planks like so, something like this. And then we'll just go ahead and replicate this. Same thing on the other side. And then we'll probably do like this one as a plank because that looks pretty good. Okay, so then what we'll do after that, we're going to make this side the door because then we're going to have it where there's a garden on this level right here. This is going to be a garden, a really small like flowery garden. And then this is going to be like a little miniature path to get inside the house. And then you're going to go around down here and then we'll eventually get to the bridge. Oh, right. This is why I got the spruce wood, guys. Okay, so what you're going to do, take the spruce wood. And then the same kind of thing for the texture, guys. We're just going to go ahead and place these where we feel needs fit best. Let's do this part real quick. This side. Bang, 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 bang. Break. Oh, look at how good I am. This is like so. So we're going to leave that actually like that just so we can have a little bit more room whenever it comes to actually putting stuff on the inside. So let's go ahead and make some of those doors that we threw out earlier. We're going to be kind of blending it in with the stone the same way we did with the spruce and the oak, and then the stripped oak and the oak planks. Okay, so I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to have this come out. Eventually that'll connect into the house like that. But for now, we'll go ahead and just connect this around. So that's going to be like the outline trim, and then on the inside you'll see we take these out because we shouldn't need these anymore. You'll see this kind of color, so you'll see this kind of action going across it. I don't know, there's something about this roof that's just throwing me off, and I hate working on roofs for this reason. So we need some glass. We might as well go ahead and take the sand from right here because, and the reason I'm taking it from right here is because this is just kind of random whenever it comes to being connected to the grass. So we would have replaced this anyway. We could see about doing something like this. Ooh, okay. I like this. Okay. So then now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we got to take this down now because I think we're done with the roof. And then we should be able to just start planting. Let's go ahead and get some of those flowers. So what I want to go ahead and do, we'll get a blue one. We might get a yellow one, and these might be more for like around the floor. I do want one of these red ones. Actually, wait, what is this? Do we have our shears on us? We do. Okay, so let's see if we can grab, I don't know. Oh, these are the like the firefly bushes. Can you stop pushing me? Like, I swear it's the whole family. But I like these firefly bushes. I like that. So we're going to use one of these. Let's go ahead and come out here, and then we'll place all of these where we want these to be. And I don't want to do, see, that's the problem with that. So we'll do a rose bush, kind of like so. We'll do a nice blue one right there for texture, and then we'll do a yellow one on the back. Honestly, like that. You know what? We're gonna do the yellow one right there, and then we'll take this one off. And then what does this look like on there? Like that. I like that. I like this a lot. Okay, and then even what we're gonna go ahead and do, let's go ahead and make a iron hoe. I think it's about that time, guys. But we're gonna do this, and then we'll get another thing of water. I think we should have that infinite water source over here still, right? Yep. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna leave that like that for now, and then we will eventually tweak it as we go. But it doesn't look that bad for now, so we'll keep this. We're gonna get these pumpkins that we had, and then we're also gonna get, what was the other thing I needed? We need a different color flower that's not yellow. We need like a, okay, there's a few over here. Let's go ahead and go grab those really quick. We'll go ahead and grab some of these magenta ones. And if we see any of the other colors over here, we can go ahead and grab those too. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to end off this episode. Let's go get some cobblestone really quick so we can finish off this path. And then we'll get some cobblestone so we can make a smoker, which will help us just heat up that food just a little bit quicker. And then I think that should have been everything. We might make, no, because we don't even have enough iron to make a blast furnace, unfortunately. We can do that next episode whenever we go mining. I'm assuming that is probably going to be the plan. Next episode will either be an exploration episode or a mining episode. We'll leave this, and we'll leave the interior up to the beginning of next episode. And then we'll place this barrel. We can even add a third carpet to make it look a little bit more cozy. And we should be able to do this really quick. It's kind of like some of the final touches. I thought I just totally trampled that, but thank goodness we did not. We'll finally be out of this horrendous cave. So go ahead and pick up all of this. All in there. We'll do this in there, this in there, this in there. We can go ahead and actually put these outside, out and around the garden. And then there we go. Okay. Now, I think if that's everything from the cave, that looks like we did a, half decent job on this house. It's obviously not perfect, but guys, let's go ahead and check this out. It doesn't look that bad. Yep, it's going to come together. I'm telling you guys, I promise it's going to come together. But I think that's actually going to end up doing it for this episode. So let's go ahead and cue the outro. All right, I think that's going to go ahead and end episode 2, guys. Today we did a whole bunch. We got our first diamond, which we're going to eventually frame. We still got to do like the interior to the house to a degree and around it as well, but we'll be working on that. I kind of want to wait for this rain to stop so I can actually finish my intro. Hold on. All right, it finally stopped raining. Holy moly. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions on what you guys would like to see in this world, go ahead and comment them down below. If you guys would rather see some specific builds that you guys want me to build first or anything like that, go ahead and comment it down below. I would very much appreciate that. But for next video, if you guys would like to see an exploration video for this series, please comment that down below. Or if you'd rather see a mining video for this series, let me know as well. Or some sort of video in between where we do a little bit of both, let me know. And or if you guys have anything you would want me to build going forward, let me know. Obviously, we still have some work to do on the house, on the wheat field, and on the sheep and cow pens. But other than that, guys, I'm pretty sure, let's go ahead and do like a little recap around here really quick. Let's just get a little vibe really quick before I end this. Oh man, it looks so good. The house just looks so good. I love this little walkway that we're getting. The house is looking pretty decent so far, especially for our starter house. We finally got everything out of the cave. We didn't really do too much on the wheat field, but actually we can go ahead and we can replace most of this. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then the only other thing that I would like to recap before actually finally ending this episode is the fact that we got our very first diamond, guys. We are already looking like we are going to be one step closer to having some true success in this world. So once again, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please like and comment if you guys feel like you guys liked and enjoyed this video. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be very much appreciated. Let me know what you guys would like to see, either if it's a different game or if it's, you know, something that is involved in the series. Just let me know down in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me on this video so far, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Later.